Hey everyone, it's Ruby Sturt, and welcome back to the Nadlin Forum Podcast Daily. You know, we've been talking a lot about mortgage rates and market timing lately, but today we're flipping the script. Let's get into the shiny, slightly scary at times world of artificial intelligence in real estate.
Yeah, and I mean, real estate agents and tech has been a thing for a while, but Ruby, now it's like, boom, AI is everywhere, right? That new NAR survey said what? 46% of agents are using AI-generated content. That's wild. Even for me, coming from tech, that's fast adoption for this industry.
Totally. And what's funny is we're not just talking about basic stuff anymore. Like it's not just, oh, let me email you a PDF. We're talking full-on AI, ChatGPT for writing property descriptions, Gemini for, well, I'm never sure what all Gemini does, but it's Google, so probably everything, and Microsoft's Copilot sneaking in with all kinds of automation. People are getting like little bots to write emails to clients while they're out doing other things.
Right. And it makes sense. I remember back in maybe 2014, I started using those digital e-signatures. Honestly, it felt weird at first. Clients would stare at my iPad like it was magic. What? No fax machine? And now, of course, 79, almost 80% of agents lean on it every day. Drones too, over half are flying them around for those property photos. Automation's creeping into every part of what we do.
And the crazy bit is, according to those numbers, some agents are all in. 20% use AI daily, but there's still this chunk, like 32%, not even touching it. So, you've got these early adopters, some folks sweating over whether robots will steal their jobs, and everyone else somewhere in between.
Yeah. And let's not forget, some of those agents spend hundreds a month on tech tools. I mean, the average is between $50 and $500 a month? Technology is becoming a necessary part of the game, even if you're not totally comfortable with it yet. But you gotta adapt, or you risk getting left behind.
So it's this funny marriage of efficiency, keeping clients happy and not losing that old school real estate charm, which is honestly the trickiest part for a lot of people, right? Speaking of tricky and a bit wild, let's talk about Gen Z. I mean, Lior, have you ever had a client under, say, 25? They're a whole different species. There's this stat, 67% of Gen Z plan to buy a home, but like high prices and massive interest rates are a giant wall in front of them. Almost half of them, 43%, just opt out and say, no thanks, market's bananas.
Yeah, Ruby. It's funny you say that. My nephew, he's 22? He checks for smart locks and app-controlled lights before he even looks at the kitchen. It's the demand for convenience. Everything's got to sync with their phone. Or even the coffee machine has to have an app now. Wasn't like that when I started. Virtual tours, app-controlled thermostats, some of these features are deal makers for them.
Oh, absolutely. My cousin Bella, she's a Gen Z and honestly a bit obsessed. She toured this flat the other day and told me, Ruby, if I can't make my morning coffee from bed with my phone, I'm not buying it. I thought she was joking, but nope, dead serious. Imagine telling your real estate agent, sorry, I need a smart coffee pot or I'm out. That's where we're at now.
But that's a real thing. You know the numbers. 59% of buyers say tech makes things easier. 51% like saving time. Even with e-signing, more and more buyers want it. 62% last year, up from 48%. Funny twist though, Gen Z actual uses signing the least. Maybe because they're not buying in droves yet. Or maybe they just expect everything digital anyway.
Maybe it's a chicken and egg thing. They're picky, but they're also the ones who'll push the industry forward just by demanding more. And with home prices where they are, Adapting to their idea of convenience is just the tip of the iceberg. If you can't offer tech, you're not speaking their language, and they'll just scroll to the next agent.
Yeah. Bottom line, the agents that really lean into transparency, digital tools, and a bit of flexibility, those are the ones who are going to win with younger buyers. Affordability is still a barrier, but if you remove some friction with tech, you at least make the process smoother, maybe even fun. Not something we heard much before, right? You know, for all this talk about robots and smart houses, real estate hasn't lost its heart yet. Jessica Louts from NAR, she said it pretty well. At the core, people still want trust, relationships that feel real, not just efficient.
Yeah, but isn't that the big dilemma? Like, we all want things faster. And let's face it, less paperwork would save us all a headache. But if you strip out every bit of the human relationship, what's left? There's that stat you mentioned. 46% of agents see no big impact from AI yet, but loads are spending hundreds monthly on tech anyway, hoping for that edge.
Some things you just can't automate. Negotiations on a tough deal. Reading someone's tone. Those little social cues AI can't really fake. When it comes to buying a family's forever home, I think a handshake still beats a chatbot.
Agreed. But in other spots, having AI whip up a quick property description or analyze trends is a lifesaver. The trick is knowing where to use the tools and when to put them away. Some agents get nervous about losing that personal touch, and honestly, that's fair. Not everything needs an algorithm, but if you use AI to free up time for the stuff that really matters, the in-person chat, the advice after a deal falls through, that's when it adds real value.
Exactly. I mean, I'm still not letting a bot do my negotiations, but you better believe it's writing my listing descriptions now. It's all about balance. Adapt where it matters. Hold on to the old school stuff when you need to. That's how we'll survive the next wave of tech, AI, drones, whatever comes next.
Yeah, and honestly, that's kind of what we'll keep coming back to on this podcast, helping you figure out what's worth embracing and what's maybe just a fancy distraction. Leo, thanks for the back and forth today. Always good to get your perspective.
Pleasure's mine, Ruby. Looking forward to diving into whatever the market and the robots throw at us next week. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Catch you next time on Nadlin Forum Podcast Daily. Take care.